Black History Month, lies, distortion, and make-believe. Every October the circus comes to town with tales of the unexpected, secrets of the unknown, and feats of magic unprecedented in modern times. The show is presented as fact, but deep down inside we all know it is purely entertainment aimed at children and the childlike. We call this annual spectacular Black History Month. Of course, black people have a history. There will be many aspects, deeds and individuals worth remembering by future generations of all races. We all lack inspiration in our lives, so should celebrate greatness no matter where it originates, regardless of skin color or other immutable characteristics. This begs the question, why do a small minority of black people invent a false narrative around black historical achievements? It is as if they are ashamed of being black. Do they think their ancestors have underachieved compared to other races? Do they lie to hide their embarrassment? No one else thinks black people have underperformed historically. No one else spends time using history as a scorecard to validate the present and their own lives. It all comes across as a little pathetic and weak. It is a sign of an inferiority complex. Individuals who cannot excel in the present, so distort the past and claim ownership of that history. I may be a nobody, but my great-grandfather was a god, so I am part god, bow down and worship me. The most unethical sleight of hand they play is the conflation of the words black and African. They are different words and mean different things. But in the mouths of the deceitful, they allow false claims to be made, for most people are easily fooled. This month of celebration is called Black History Month, not African History Month. Why is this important? Not every country in Africa is populated by a majority black population. North Africa is populated by people of Arab descent from the Muslim invasions of the 7th century. They did not displace existing black people, for the inhabitants of these lands were the Berbers, people of European heritage. Elon Musk is a white man born in South Africa who emigrated to North America when he was 17 years old. He is now technically an African American. Do you see how clever games can be played with the word African? Did you know that there were black Roman emperors? No? That is because they never existed in reality, only in the minds of tricksters who play African word games. There were several Roman emperors who were born in North Africa, and it can be claimed they were therefore African, but they were not black. In AD 193, Lucius Septimius Severus was named ruler of the Roman Empire, and in doing so became Rome's first African emperor. We have paintings and statues of him. He was categorically not a black man. Yet every year in October we are told that the Romans had black emperors. A lie. We are told that African soldiers defended Hadrian's Wall against the Scottish. This is true, we have the records. But these soldiers were not black, they were North African and therefore of European heritage. When anyone promoting black history uses the word African instead of black, then alarm bells should ring. This is the telltale sign that a con is being perpetrated and you are the target. The Beachy Head Lady is an ancient skeleton discovered in East Sussex. She lived during the Roman period, around 125 to 245 AD. When her remains were discovered, someone looked at the shape of the skull and proclaimed that it belonged to a black African. Sounds a bit racist to me. Finally, many thought the myth of black Africans in Britain had been proven. There is always someone who wants to spoil the party, and in this case, it was DNA analysis. It stated she was born in the Eastbourne area of Britain, but her ancestry was most likely from Cyprus. If you Google this woman, you will see that many articles, including by the BBC, still refer to her as a sub-Saharan African. Once a myth is let out of the box, it can never be restrained. Queen Charlotte, the wife of King George III, is promoted as England's first black queen. It sounds ludicrous, and it is. It started when a historian traced Queen Charlotte's ancestry to a Moorish mistress through 6 different bloodlines. Again, we have the same trick being played, the automatic assumption that anyone with any link to Africa is black. The Moors were a mixture of Arab, Spanish, and Berber, not black Africans. Another myth is the exploits of Mary Seacole, the Black Florence Nightingale, saving the lives of soldiers during the Crimean War in the 1850s. This is all nonsense. She was a businesswoman who went to Crimea and set up a restaurant, bar, store, and catering service for officers. She did not set up hospitals to treat soldiers. She did visit the battlefield 3 times after the fighting had ended, but this was after selling wine and sandwiches to spectators. She discusses all this in her book, where she dedicates 3 chapters to describing her eminent customers and what she fed them. Mary may have been a nice person, but she was not a nursing hero. If you want to see how crazy this has become, then spend a little time online. Google what inventions black people have created which have been kept out of the history books. It is a whole new level of make-believe. According to these tricksters, everything was invented by black people: gas masks, air conditioning, traffic lights, mobile phones, internet, light bulbs, and even home security. The list is endless. I am sure that black people have invented useful items. But the sheer craziness of this month drowns out any real facts, or worse still, makes people think that black people have invented nothing. Instead of meddling in fiction, perhaps people who want to explore black history should focus on reality. Search out the real black inventions and inventors that are backed up by the work of professional historians. Highlight all the fields where black people excel today. They dominate almost every sport, even where only a few black people participate. Acting, singing, and dancing are all sectors where black people are overrepresented and excel. Modern youth culture is heavily influenced by black people. Black people have a history. It is a full and vibrant history. It does not need doctoring to fit a narrative peddled by a few overqualified, underperforming race baiters. Be black. Be proud. Be truthful.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.